Okay, hello everyone, I'm Little K. What we're going to talk about today is the distinction between scenes, sequences, and running lights. So open this first. I'll make a cue first. I'm going to make a consecration here. Open a light. Divergence. Okay, I'll save a CUE on this pusher. I press the clear key. Clear. I'm still the same. Select this light group. Press consecration. I hit forward. Click divergence. After divergence, I'll change the color. I press the save button. Save it in this one. The second one. At this time, I continue to press divergence. I change the direction. And change the color. I press the save button again. This time, I'm saving it in the second one. Cue here. It will pop up a window. What about this window? What are these functions? Let's talk about it roughly. I'll give you an example in detail. The first one is called override. Override is the existing value overrides all the values of this cue. It is called override. Merge the parameters to be saved in the existing programmer. Merge with the parameters of this cue, update its last record. The values in this programmer are called merges. State merges remove not this is yes remove hard value remove attribute. The attribute is the one you activated. If you save it, it will be remove release remove the tracking value last to create. Let's click on the last one to create multiple QS, then turn on the cold mirror and give it one open one and don't get stuck. This one is too ugly. Cancel this. After the cold mirror is turned on, I change the color again, change to replace it with this sky. I press the save button. When I click on it, it won't pop up anymore because it defaults to the last one. By default, the last one creates multiple. Multiple, at this time I press diverge again, and I diverge it back. This computer is very gluttonous to the graphics card, so I eat its calmness. Okay, there are 4 steps in total. Now we need to compile a running light type. Select it, press consecrate, press save, select here. Select the second step, press consecrate, press save, press consecrate, press save. Let's distinguish what is a scene. What is a sequence? What is a running light? The first one's triggered. Light. There is no other change. It won't move. There will be no second step. This is a scene. It's called a cue. The second has multiple steps. Step 1 trigger, step 2, step 3, step 4. There are 4 scenes here composed of. It's called a sequence. So what is a running light? Then we need to modify this one. In this option we click on the black part, this part, then option the last function here is a. After selecting it, Lamp. This sequence becomes a running light with BPM start BPM 60 and the color changes like everything else. This is the running light. What about the running light? You don't need to set the time. It automatically defaults to 60 BPM. As soon as you push it up, it starts moving. I push it up. Okay. Push it up. You see? It starts moving. This is the running light. That running light. You don't see this running light. The running light we want should be a quantity. This amount. This surface. The first surface. But it's already tracked. This contains a tracking value. It contains a tracking value. What about this case with a tracking value? What should we do? We're in this option. There is a tracking here. Let's cancel the tracking. Let's look at this again. This time, there is no tracking value. One by one. This running light. And the speed of this running light can be modified by yourself. You can also do a speed master push and catch. To control this speed, I'll talk about this later. And then? These three are their distinctions. Scene sequence differentiation of running lights, each of them is different. This one has only one Q, this one has several QS. Here are the number of steps. One such running light. Of course, some of the corresponding functions are also different. For example, our stun, there is a function called stunned learning. Stunned learning. For this function, I press the learn button. I clicked. This one has to be long pressed. I want to leave it empty, otherwise, you can see it. You can click at the speed of your hand. Let him learn BPM. So, but if you click on this Q, is it useful? He doesn't use it. So their distinction is different. But if you change this thing back to it, it doesn't distinguish, it becomes a sequence again. There are several. There are 6 parts that make up a sequence. There are 6 parts that make up a sequence. He doesn't run on his own. He doesn't run on his own. So he changes it to multiple parts. He runs on his own. And this one becomes a running light. How do I run this by myself? In the next chapter, I will explain some of the function settings. And then let's re-edit a queue now. After re-editing a queue, let's talk about merging. Overwrite, remove tracking value, etc. Select open baby tune down launch okay, we save. Let's add another color. After adding the color, let's add another cold mirror. Okay, press save here. Let's be clear. Now we have a queue which contains position, color, brightness, cold mirror, these properties. In this queue, I select this set of lights. I first activate this brightness because now when you push it up, it has an output value in the programmer. There's a value output on the stage. You just have to activate it. Then its value will be activated. You see, there is a value now. I'll activate it. I'll activate the color. Activate this. Activate this. Activate this. Gob doesn't. Revenge on Gob. After activating it. In fact, after you pull down this queue, the light will still be on like this. Because now in the programmer, there is already this value. So I need to slow down this color now. Change it to this color. Then the prism. I need to turn it off. Replace it with this prism. At this time, I want to overwrite this sequence. I click on it, overwrite. After overwriting this one is the one we just worked on, a brand new queue. This is the overlay, so let's merge. Then I select this light fixture. I turn this prism on, I turn it off, I change the color to red, I press the save button to go to it. After it chooses to merge the new red value with this prism. It's already merged into this queue. Then I'll open this queue. You see, after merging into this queue has the latest value. It's merged. Then let's talk about it. Remove the attributes. Remove the rigidity. Let's select half of the lights. Half of the lamps. Half of the lamps. Activate the position. Activate the brightness. If you want to activate them all, then click please. Twice. 1. 2. Okay, tap twice. Everything is activated here. Now I press the save button. Press the save button. I press the save button. When I press the save button, it turns red. A lot of red. You can see you can modify a lot of it. Options. Let's click on it. Save it. We click on remove attributes. Remove print. Let's clear it. You see, no, I just selected that half of the light. Everything is done. Remove. Then this queue no longer contains these fixtures. I took a step back. Oops. At this time, I just want to remove the following attributes. I keep this brightness. Then I turn this brightness, double click to cancel. After these attributes are selected, only the brightness is not, then I press the save button. Remove it as well. Let's be clear. The light saw is still on. Why? Because I only removed their attributes. I didn't remove the brightness attributes. So the brightness is still there. So let's say I'm taking another step back. I'm taking another step back. I'm going back to the time I just did it. I canceled the position. Activate. Just activate it. Global color. Beam. Save it again. Remove it. Clear it. You see? Is it? Brightness and position. It's still here. So that's removing the hard value. This is the removal of the hard value. And then let's talk about it. The running light. This removal and the median. We choose it. Turn it back. Turn it into a running light. Let's light this up 123,456. You see, when it is the first step is on, when the second step is on, the first step is still on, when the third step is on, the first and second steps are on, and so on. All its tracking values are slowly tracked to all the steps in it. But until the fifth step, the sixth step, the tracking is released. And from the first step, there is no loop. So it means 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. And so we go on like this. Then we need to remove it. First we need to do it. We need to select it. Select it. Select it. Make it a cuckold. It cuckolds. We can do it. At this time, I make a red function. If the output, if please, it is, if please, if the output at saw twice, point at saw twice to make sure. Next, turn it on a brightness of 100. If you run a light like this, the general attributes activate the brightness. After this, you can, when I push the first step up, I will output on this stage, and then I will be selected. After I am selected, activate its properties. Then turn on a light of 100. I prevent it from becoming habitual. Sometimes you don't need it. I am used to adding an atone 100. I put the first step, tie it down. Look better. The brightness is activated. The light is selected. At this time, how do I save it? Right? Because the first step and the second step. What kind of relationship is it? The first step follows the second step. Then I want to save it to the second step. 2. Confirm the removal. Then I'll go to the second step. Then I'll activate it again. I'll save to the first step. Save to the third step. Remove after the third step. I'm going to activate the third step. To save to the fourth step. This is removing the middle finger. For example, you see. Let's try it step by step. Let's start with the first step. Let's not follow it. And then there's because there is no removal at the back. What is the purpose of removing the middle finger? That is, if sometimes you program not just to remove them all. Because if you use remove them all, then all the tracking values will be removed. You can use the buried locations. Or you don't even need some of the colors you buried. So programming for convenience. Sometimes a lot of the top part of the track stuff I can leave it alone. So let's say I make a very simple one. For example, I select this set of lights. I press the switch. I adjust the position. After I adjust the position, I save the first step. If I now take the second step, I want this cue to change color if he doesn't change the position. Follow the color, then what do I need to do? Activate the color, activate the position, activate him. Now that he can track the demo and position, I just need to change the color. I press save. Then my third step, I want to open a prism, then I only activate the prism. I save again. Then my fourth step, I want to change the color. I save again. That means the first step is to have the brightness position of the lamp. The second step is to have the color of the lamp. The third step is to have the calmness of the lamp. Step 4, change the color. Then my fourth step, actually, I just adjusted the color. Right? So there's a tracking value in the program. You can change the lights very quickly. That's tracking. Sometimes when tracking, you may remove some of the lights. Not all of them. It depends on how you use them. This section. It's the differentiation between SceneSequence running lights, merge with overlays, and the wardrobe. Thank you.